Hello, welcome back. In between episodes, I went and started another new character, a crime lord, Forge World operator. I only got through the opening part, but I had a lot more fun than so far than when I tried the noble Voidborn soldier. Oh, where are we going? Okay. Done. Let's start the timer.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations. As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them. You are shrewd indeed. My ancestor charted that route while fleeing the enemies of humanity. They say the Emperor himself was his guide, because the warp expelled their vessel without a single loss. Unfortunately, the lips of those who relate this tale seep with disgusting green hubris. I think Colleen Orselio was simply a skilled navigator.
Okay, just checking the recording. Since the last game I played, I couldn't do that.
Just as a rogue trader stands at the head of a protectorate, a Novator heads a navigator house. It is the Novator who decides where to look for alliances and which path their bloodline is destined to tread. As for our house, the transfer of power to a successor is currently underway. In the meantime, Great Regent Auronto Orselio is ensuring the stability of the house. Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy. By all means, I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra. And uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds. House Orselio is bound by commercial pacts to houses Galeatis, Ortina, Drotus, and... There is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge. What is it you desire to hear exactly?
Huh? Someone's got a knot on my neck. Some Zechian is trying to strangle me.
You will? That would be most appreciated, Lord Captain. The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift. And one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil. Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds. Lord Captain, you are overstepping the bounds of propriety. Lord Captain, could easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady.
I think I broke something.
My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well. The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused, and died soon after. The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station, and you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence.
There were plenty of talking when we were on the station.
And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies, I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. I was sure it was a sacred tradition made sacrosanct by the ancient vows of obedience. I expect more surprises will be waiting for me outside the walls of Urak 5. It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Alronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me. But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete. The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world. You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain. Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it. Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at. Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, A pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life. The esteemed Magus Hanuman is shattered like a beautiful stained glass window into a mosaic of colors. His bright, beckoning hues are mixed together in complete disarray. I must confess, it perplexes me. Normally, scarlet and steel are all that fills the heart of a servant of the Omnissiah.
Could you be seeing his Megatodrites, perchance?
Behind the cobalt steel of his thoughts, behind the cold, faded gray of his emotions, an ember, the color of amber, glows in Master Van Kalop's soul. So bright and warm, one is tempted to touch it. It is sad that the interrogator seeks to drown it with his own hands in the bottomless blue of duty. Sad indeed, but I can relate. Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom, bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors. And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain? I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Well, let's get going. Ivan's made his choice. So we're in a new sector. Let's take a look around. Lord Captain, the voice over the Vox sounds weary rather than annoyed. I'm getting reports of several ships moving towards us, judging by the fact that they're not responding to our hails, and the telemetry shows a trail of macro batteries. They're not here for a chinwag, ready to issue orders to prepare for battle at your command. I'm not even going to bother with those questions, because those questions are irrelevant.
The litany of monsters rings out across our decks.
Okay, so how does this work? Okay, you have engaged the enemy in space combat. Battles in space and on the surface planets work quite differently from one another. In space combat, the battlefield is separated into 3 zones, marked by various degrees of brightness: acceleration, mid-movement zones, and end movement zones. Ships traveling at high speeds, even during combat, which is why both your ship and those of your enemies must have a certain distance each round. Move a certain distance each round. You can end your turn once your ship has traversed this minimum required zone distance. Upon entering the end movement zone. Do have the ship left mouse bumper on any circle cell on the battlefield. Once you do, you will see a hologram of the ship, and and then you could choose. Then you could tell if you want to do attacks. Alternatively, you could click right next to remove the hologram. Okay, we have Void Ship Ram. Wait a minute, what? Why isn't he there? We put you in warp channeling, motherfucker. Get back in there. Lance. Battery. Port.
The destination is known.
Yes, we just did that.
Let the macro cannons sing their twisted song.
Yeah, we got shields. We need to penetrate. And then we can restore our shields with, what is this? Restart shields? Yeah.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons. Initiate macro cannon barrage.
Okay, and everything else is out of range. So...
Set course.
Oh, looks like we're going to take some damage from that side.
Sail upon the seas of void. Let the macro cannons sing their twisted song. Void Master, if you please.
He's just right out of range.
The destination is known. Engage the lads! Initiate macro cannon barrage!
The effectiveness of the crew has been recognized as adequate.
Enemy attacks can penetrate your shields and damage your ship hulls. This damage remains after the battle is over and must be repaired. Open the void ship management screen V to make repairs. Use scraps to repair hull tickers you found while exploring your system. Collect after certain space battles or purchase from merchants. I had fun with that. God, that was actually really fun for me. But ancient machinery. The fuck am I supposed to do with this? Okay. Repair, please. Yeah! See? Oh, you're good at there. You're Supreme Commander. You're our warp channeler. Okay, everybody got their places in line now? Good. Void ship management. We don't have enough to upgrade anything anyway. Okay. The station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A Vox recording is started that the prehost of the Altertorium Calexis X-17 station has no desire to communicate with the lady and are refusing to access the guests on the basis of the privilege of infallibility, granting them the sole jurisdiction over their sacred sites. Okay. Our captain, we have the flagship Doris's Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They're requesting a direct Vox channel, patching you through. Hey, you can actually have that as your portrait. Greetings, Lord Captain. I am honored to speak with the full grace of House Valentius. May your name be known through the ages. Charge Captain Thorfis, bearing a free charter of the merchant fleet. How can I be of service? We develop supply routes from charters. You see, my ship is a representative of the merchant's fleet, and this part of the Imperium territory yet to be have a fixed charter defining trade route. Our mission is to establish business contacts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in particular guilds. For the most part, all the Expanse has is a fleet of different organizations, small flotillas, merchant ships, uninterrupted communications between worlds. It's a matter of life and death for many outposts of humanity, so even in the dark corners of the Imperium, there are charts and ships assigned to the Valorous Adeptus. Alas, the Expanse has next to no stable trade routes, so the job can be precarious at times. Then again, no one is more intimately familiar with the hardships of local commerce than a rogue trader. There you go, you can have all that. You have received new equipment and you can install it onto your ship in the ship thingy. Okay, ship management. We got this. I actually was kind of hoping that would change the, Okay, we have the 91. Okay, so this one. Okay, this one has an 11 speed along with strong acceleration and braking. This one has 13 speed along with low acceleration and braking. For now, let's put you in cargo because this one's the one that we need. What? No. Oh! Yes. We need the speed. Void Dog Alpha Row. Oh, everybody's coming with me except for the Lord Inquisitor. He did say that he was, well, he's not an Inquisitor, he's Part of an Inquisitor's retinue. Question, did we get another one of these, or did we just paint one over the red and white ones that we got from the planet? Your Lordship, forgive me for not welcoming you with the appropriate sense. We were told that you would prefer to arrive on footfall incognito, and so we are trying to attract as little attention as possible. I'm here on behalf of the Loge of Footfall, Lord Vladium Tokara. The Liege awaits the chance to speak with you at his residence, but if you happen to have other business to attend to, I can serve as your guide and tell you about the station. This is so familiar. Behind the amber-colored scattering of words of welcome, fireless, appealing hues lurk murky and diluted. The look of someone accustomed to lying, hiding their intentions. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. And he places his hand as well. Judging by the voices, there are a lot of them. Angry, they've got teeth, but they ain't that sharp. Their strength is their numbers. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean by such a cryptic pronoun? She doesn't get to say the rest.
Hey, newcomers! How's this for a warm welcome?
Another annoyance.
Brace yourself.
Unit name! Unit name! Jesus Christ, he has 99 health and 99 damage! Oh dear. She hasn't even gotten a chance to get a level up. Yeah, we can't level up just yet, and you hide behind cover too.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Faith without deeds is worthless. What is a prayer? I refuse. I'll do it. Eradicated.
Oh, you walked up to the wrong person. This is marking their line of sight and makes an additional opening on this enemy. It's closest to the assassin. If this additional opening isn't hit by the end of the assassin's turn, it disappears.
Messiah.
There, have fun with that.
There is movement in the Empyrean. Will do.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. High momentum.
In the name of House Orselio, I shall prevail.
My vow is to serve. Running by narrative. Request approved.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And what's this one? Empowers their next attack to deal +4 additional damage for each stack.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's not enough range to heal him.
A wicked thought. Claims another one. Let's see.
At your beck and reduced to dust.
Martyrdom is the reward.
Doubt is for the weak. Oh, is a prayer. I'll do it. That is not the Emperor's will. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Dealing damage to bulk. Running binaric override. The Omnissiah knows I am in this
Fuck you!
But of course.
First thing,
If
we'll
I
do
may.
you. 4 on you.
Function successfully terminated.
X.
A genius at work. Schemes. Ah, another one is shattered. Behold my artistry!
And there was no injuries. Emperor protect me. They killed. Whichever young servant looks at me with horror in his eyes. Every time I warn them, and then they go all. Dear Emperor, our Lord and Savior. How could this have happened? Who could have thought? Shooting, yes. Attacks on nobles, not very often, unless it's the avarice. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Yes, I'm sorry, your lordship. I'll just go report to they killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible. Perception. Yep, now we got everybody all leveled up. That's a lot! Okay, anything of these better? Nope. $35, medium will take 2. Combat shotgun. We already have. We don't need a chainsaw. Actually, we'll take all the flak armors and then we'll decide who gets what. First off with you. This shotgun is better. Okay, you are wearing this. Wear that. You are wearing light, so it's better that you're wearing what you're wearing. This is better. Currently wearing. And here's the problem with this. He gains a logic time divided by 10% armor increase. So his logic is 75, so he gets a plus 7.5, so that's 27. is a 35. But he does get a lot. He has 100 to tech use because of his. And let's see, he gets plus 10. His whole investments only give him 2, so he'll still keep this, by the way. And this could go to cargo. You use the grenade, and you use the grenade. And I want to swap these. There we go. Because he's going to be the one who's in the middle of battle. And he's the one who needs the dodge. Oh, we still have this. Grants 12 dodge reduction to the wearer's melee attack area attacks. What's yours? Yeah, yours is a lot better. We need no rulers or leaders. We are not an organization. We are a force of nature.
They will see. Oh, yes. They all will see.
The tall, hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. A breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. The skin on his hands is of a sickly gray hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black thorium, giving him a general air of luxuriousness. Identification procedure. This unit is identified as Legios Opticon 2020 and is a fully authorized representative, structural part of the Precision Fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. Initiating official grading procedures. High value visitor, glory, success to House von Valentius. Aura begins to flow from the scratch box attached to the tech priest's chest, requesting information in exchange regarding applications. Logistar Theta. Exchange scientists in a short series of bionic signals begin growling their heads and satisfaction, notably lower than there you go. You can have all that. I don't know what I'm buying, but I'm taking everything. I want that. I want that. Which of this mechanics is interested in considering cooperation with the Void Trader. Under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, it is willing to provide service of the Bond for the Society. Priority of service tasks can be raised and if definitely needs are strengthened. Any samples of sacred technology, profane Xenos tech, and listed items. I'm not gonna be reading this, like all of this, because there's various ways Tech Priest talks. Of course. This is one of the ones which I am kind of used to, but I'm really annoyed with. Dynasty of volumes of high grade. Fuel capacity 6. Received it and then didn't pay. Compensate, remove, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough subjects? I'd be willing to accept the payments. Fuck is that? No, what's this? Mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard. Complex can be deployed on practical any world, however, in hospital itself. Grace is accepted. Residual obligation. Register theta is concluded. Thanks. As a forged cooperation. Status of the unit required. Request will be increased. That brings us up to 8. Owner 2 times toughness to Medicaid. Mobile extractor, yeah. I need 35 for that. I know some people would say, why not? Ooh. Why do you want information? Show data slate. And all the Morad voice station. Ooh, this is light. Here we go, the Hunt of Knowledge. Study 10 planets. 10 planets worthy of scanning from the worth. Start to the rotators. Working relationship. Footfall void docks. Yes. Palace. Full ordering for awareness. Okay. That. Oh, I see. It's a code system.
tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Okay, let's look what we got from this. We got stems. For the next 2 turns, yeah, that's. These gloves allow the wearer to parry melee attacks with their ranged weapon using ballistic skill instead of weapon skill. What do you have for yours? Plus 5 damage, the wearer gains plus 5. Oh yeah, what's this as well? When the wearer hits an enemy with a Deadeye shot, it reduces the enemy's deflection by one exploit until the end of combat, stacks up to 3 times. Deadeye is that other one. Oh, this is this one. Do we want the plus 10 to lore and commerce, or do we want the metronome? The wearer doesn't spend MP during their turn. They gain plus 10 to all their characteristics next turn, which is very nice. Right. We got this for you. I'll keep the stems, but I don't know if I'll ever use them. There you go, you can have a stem. If I have an empty spot, I'll place a stem in it. And then we also have this, reflection gloves. They're so good, but I don't see someone who will use it. Apart from her. But this is literally something that's good for run and gun. And he doesn't need it. She ain't gonna ever get plus 5 to persuasion. She needs that for where she works, so. Oh, so maybe I should just. No, she needs a ranged weapon. I know I'll be keeping that stuff, but for now, back to the Void Bridge.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Okay, I'm going to drop off some things, strictly because I don't have really room. Hey, what's this? For the bookshelves among the politics of which you see them. An admirer who seeks the favor of the refined lady is well advised to maintain pointed curiosity and finesse with every deed. An honorable admirer will never defile a noble lady's ear with crude or indecent ladies' ears with crude or indecent words, and neither will he allow himself conduct that would besmirch her honor and dignity. Above all, the member should remember that a relationship between with the right choice of words. Show your lady the... Did she literally come in here and put that there? Oh, that goes in the vault. You go in the vault too. Should we put the flamer in the vault? No, let's keep the flamer. Oh, is this actually... Yeah, it is just the portrait. Wait a minute, what's this? The Mask of Aurora. Oh, this is where we have ours. Barber's house. Lancius is crowned. The text of the oath of the servants. So we have Auroras, and that's, I think, it. Okay, which side was Pascal again? There he is.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. The request is approved. I did conceal certain information. I was a student of Archmagus Amanat, but I committed an act of betrayal after he deviated from sacred dogma. The teachings of the blessed Amanat spread, and word of it reached the conclave of the Cognizant fleet. They recognized his teachings as tech heresy. Many tech priests suddenly vanished or were subjected to server penance for minor transgressions. The students of Amanat, whose number included many enlightened and respected brothers, resisted. My prognosis showed that our most likely future was a schism and a fratricidal war that would destroy the Cognizant fleet. That was when I headed to the Conclave. I confessed and handed the information about my mentor's research over to the Conclave. Brazen, anathematic studies of the Forbidden Law. The Conclave could use that data to summon Archmagus Amanat to stand trial and compel him to repent on pain of excommunicate Traitoris. His subsequent fate is unknown to me. I pray that the Omnissiah grants us wisdom to overcome the dialectic differences that divide us. I was summoned there by a message that was encrypted with the Blessed Amanat's personal code, and could be interpreted in several ways. One thing was certain. We were in danger, and I had to go to Rykat Minoris. I never met him, but I think he was a person of worth. The phrase that came from his lips indicates he was in contact with my mentor. I preserved his cortical implant and absorbed the information it contained. However, the large amounts of data memories are encoded with a cipher yet unfamiliar to me. He fell into schism and challenged the sacred boundaries of knowledge. The blessed Amanat claimed the limits of what is permitted must be expanded, because by refusing to explore certain law, we find ourselves in contempt of the seventh universal law. Comprehension is the key to all things. My mentor put forth a thesis claiming that we have stagnated, that ritual is now nothing but a cage for souls and false worship of the Omnissiah. He sought to break the cycle of mindless repetition because he saw the inevitable demise of our faith and all humanity at the end of it. This statement is false. My mentor's words sound like heresy. Limits were established because it is dangerous to venture beyond. Each step past them could lead to a bloody slaughter, but the blessed Amonat was not afraid. I was wrong when I assumed it was the blessed Archmagos Amonat who assumed the guise of Abel Haneman. But there is a connection between him and the Reverend Abel, and I intend to uncover the nature of this link. Acknowledged. I will return to Ruin. May your labors...
Okay, so do we go back to that machine? This thing? Lord Captain, the machine spirit of the mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken it, use the key of your blood. I am IH-630, the inventor in Seer Prime has entrusted this sacred mechanism into my care. It is now my duty to assist the rogue traders understanding the Hollow Code. The sacred mechanism is awake and ready to receive your quest. Without any word, the tech priest turns to the Conjurer. He raises his hands, and a prayer of code pours out of his Vox device. The servo monitors in the bowels of the machine grows louder. Its undulating hum respond to his chant. Numerical combinations run down the screen. Eh? Maybe I should have paid more attention in mechatronics and coding. The machine spirit has discovered numerical critical errors. The data is damaged. Restoring an intact segment, the machine spirit has spoken. The world of Gamma and Diagnosis holds data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide data keys to said repositories. Data repositories. The gracious machine spirit is willing to transfer the data keys to the head of the house. This is by means of an electro to tattoo augment. If you are ready to accept the keys, place your hand inside the server's mouth. Tech use 0, tech use 0. I have a 98% chance. Favors you. The machine spirit is willing to commune with the calculation procedure and restore the local data. The data has been restored, but it's only a single verse. That means of the motive force, that is the sacred mechanism we was able to salvage. Blessed of the Omnissiah's deeds, the repository on Kiva Gamma has a security system guarding it. The machine spirit has recovered a code that will allow you to disable the defenses. The remains hidden. The database belongs to the esteemed Theodora. She was the only one who could have known about these repositories. Perhaps the former Insider Prime also could have known. Omnissiah accept his code. If I were to pass the hypothesis, it would be most prudent of a figure as a trader to store her Specified, typical, most secure. So, do we have the keys? You wanna know what? I just had a thought. Let's grab the data slate. Yeah, we have. And see if either of the two of them could do anything with it. Starting with Pascal, which should be over here.
The Omniscient knows all. Comprehend. Me.
Okay, you got nothing for us. Okay, so this just goes back in the vault then. Why are there flowers on the desk? Yeah, I'll call that an episode, and I'll see you all in the next.